This short video, I'll be talking about the new weapon banner for 3.0 Phase 2 coming out tomorrow. Um, and the banner will include the weapons for Ganyu, Kokomi, and I guess the other 4-star characters on the screen, such as Xingqiu, Sucrose, and Dori. But let's start with Ganyu, and it's about the Amos bow, so I do have it for her. I would just say that this is an amazing bow for her, and many people have felt the power creep already from the Hunter's Path, which is Tainari's signature weapon, which also works extremely well for Ganyu, especially if you build her that way with an electro reaction, elemental reaction focus. Sorry, and I think that overall, though, I would suggest skipping this weapon banner rerun for Amos bow because this weapon, I personally have 2 copies of them, and I've been playing, of course, for a while, and I got them from the standard banner and or from losing the 50/50. I never got them from any raid up for her or for any other character, so that's how I got them. Now everyone's situation is gonna be different, but because these bows are available on the standard banner, they're nothing more special, but they definitely look great on her and they work well on her, so definitely no regrets there. I'll just leave it at that. Now, if you don't want to get these weapons and you want to kit her out your Ganyu, etc., what can you replace it with? You can give her the craftable Hamayumi. This is like a mini Amos bow, basically, and it is free technically because it's craftable. It's just based on RNG if you get enough billets from Inazuma or from other regions. So I think this is a great option for her, and Ganyu technically can work with many other options. If you wanted to, again, like Hunter's Path, which I don't own, would be a great option. If you want to focus her on like her burst, I mean, Moon's Moon is okay, but this is a gotcha, a limited Inazuma weapon. If you are willing to spend some money and you get the battle pass, then the very distant hunt could work because it has crit rate on it as well, right? You also have the Black Cliff options. Again, this will require you to sustain the passive, which is not sustainable if you're fighting one single target enemy. And then there's lots of other free these free event weapons, or even like these energy recharge, etc. weapons, but just know that those will be sacrificing some of her DPS. So from a DPS perspective, then yes, Amos bow is technically her best, but you can still go with Tainari's bow if you happen to have that bow but don't have Tainari. There you go, right? And if you have other damage dealing weapons that for some reason you don't have the character for, if you have an extra Aqua Simulacra lying around, maybe that would work well for her too, right? It should actually, and maybe an extra Elegy. Again, this will be more of a support bow, but yeah, so that's that. And then now moving on to Kokomi, I do have the Everlasting Moonglow. I don't regret getting it because it was on the same banner as the Raiden Shogun's weapon at that time during the rerun, but I will say that if I didn't get this weapon though, I was going to give her the prototype Amber, and this is a perfect substitute for that, and it looks great on her as well. I think just craft this one basically, but long and the short of it, this is probably the second best weapon for her, and if not, then you can try Thrilling Tales because it's also HP substat, and it also helps when you swap her out to give the bonus to the next character. She will do fine with these favonius as well. She'll be fine. If you wanted to make her like a DPS character or sub DPS, then Widsith would be okay. You can do well with a variety of weapons, but I would say, and even Hakushin Ring, if you want to put her in some kind of a taser type of comp, right? Or Mapamare, or even like the Osworn Eye from a few patches ago. These are great options, but I would say definitely I think the prototype Amber is her best bet. So I would say stay away from this weapon banner. It's a skip for sure, but if you were really curious or you want to try your luck, then at least you know what you're getting signing up for. Now, moving forward, let's just quickly talk about the 4 stars really quickly. The Eye of Perception, which I don't own, is not a great weapon, so I would just not bother with that. It works maybe on an early, if you're free to play or early game, maybe, if you have no other catalyst. I did use it when I first started the game, but then I trashed it right away, so I wouldn't bother with that catalyst. And then the Sacrificial Sword is on the banner, and that's basically Xingqiu's best in-slot sword. This sword also some people have said has worked well on other characters such as Kazuha as well, if you don't have other better weapons for him. So, this is not a bad weapon at all, Sacrificial. So if you want to get this, because this apparently is elusive and not many people have it, not many people consistently have all the refines either. So this is a great weapon, but I wouldn't recommend pulling on this weapon banner just for this though, because there's no guarantee of the 4-star weapons. And then back to the bows. Rust is on here. Rust is an amazing weapon, but it's not going to be suitable for Ganyu if that's what you're going for. Rust is great for Yoimiya, who just finished her run, and also great for Child Tartaglia. Other than that, Rust is not recommended for most other characters, really. But it's a great bow. And then if we go to the polearm side, let me just try to quickly grab a polearm character. We have Dragon's Bane. I don't have it built, but I do own it. Dragon's Bane is a great early option for Hu Tao and Shangling, but there are better options for those characters, such as the Catch for Shangling, as you can see that I'm using, and of course Homa, which is the best polearm technically in the game right now still. So, those are the other options. And then last but not least, we have the sacrificial, the favonius sword, right? Favonius claymore. Let me just find a claymore character. I think I passed one. Here we go. Yes, here. So we have the favonius sword or greatsword, and this one is a great option for many early game and free-to-play players. This Favonius Greatsword works well for, of course, I have it on Sayu, but it would work well for most of the characters, actually. So don't sleep on these Favonius weapons. They're great placeholders and great starters. You just have to make sure that you have crit rate up so that you can get the passive to proc more consistently to get more energy recharge and regen for your characters. But yeah, in a nutshell, though, regardless of the fact that there are a few good 4-star swords, weapons, basically, on this banner, I would say this banner is a skip. So anyway, let me know what you guys think. Are you guys planning to pull for any of these weapons? Like Kokomi's weapon, her donut, or this bow for Amos bow for Ganyu, or any of those 4-stars? Maybe you are trying to get a Xingqiu, a R5 like sacrificial sword for him, maybe? I don't know. But let me know what you guys think, and then we'll see you in the next one.